masternode. It's enormous, sir. Oh my god, are these all defensive ships flying around it? And the automated battleships, there must be hundreds. Oberon left nothing to chance, did he? I always thought our chances were slim, but I didn't think they were this slim. Neither did I. They were slim for whoever shut down the Omnis. Yet somehow they They were slim for whoever shut down the Omnis. Yet somehow they managed. Sir, we're seconds away from being spotted. We'll never beat all these ships. There has to be another way in. Caliban, run all possible scans on those ships. There must be a weakness. Sir, we've been spotted. Automated battleship moving in fast. And it looks mean. In the meantime, we'll just have to get our hands on a little dirty. To your combat stations. The battle is imminent. Good luck, Admiral. It's an Imperial vessel with people on it. Advanced critical repair, advanced... Wow. So they really want to be able... but there's only one hull structure. MK4 Wraith, MK4 Ghost, MK4, MK4 Wraith. High energy beam. Good thing we have some heat resistance. And a piercer laser. I want shields on my troops, and then we'll move up. The boomers, I'm just going to throw them at them again. Oh, good for them going there. We lost our shielding, our protector. Oh, Tim, that puts the damage, the DPS goes in that area with the Tulsa Field generator. I guess that would make sense, but now I really don't want to, Oh, we lost that. We're gonna lose to this battleship. Why can't I move? Why can't I move? Tim, you kind of need these vessels back here to stop the enemy from attacking you. The piercer laser, I think, is going to destroy me when they actually get a chance to fire it. Wow, and we just lost those magnetos. Oh, the nanos don't do very good damage. That's the problem with them. Very little damage. Okay. I'm kind of dumb, everyone. I'm sorry. I thought this worked similarly to the, I thought the damage on the execution laser worked... Oh, they have another hole, Tim. I thought the damage worked similarly to the whatchamacallit. To the other status field, item. Thing. Whatever it's called. You don't want the protector. And you don't want them to blow up and destroy your nano drones. It only affects things that are inside those spaces. You will win if... What's this? What is this? They have EMP deluge! Oh, wow! So everything in mine's going to be overheated. So much heat damage. I'm gonna lose these squads anyway. Let's put the Telsa field down again. Woo! That was close. Sir, we won, but it won't be long before a second ship comes for us. Talk to me, Caliban. I see something, almost imperceptible. The ships form a perfect perimeter, revolving around the node with no holes in their defense pattern. And yet, unless I'm mistaken, there is a narrow time frame where a ship could slip by. The slightest of weaknesses. I can't explain it. I have a feeling this defect was placed here for me to see. Admiral, this is our one chance to reach the node, but I'll need more time to figure out our speed and angle of approach. You've got one, maybe 2 fights to do so. Our ship can't take this kind of damage. A second ship, sir! It's approaching us from a different angle, sir! They're adaptive! In other words, a new battlefield, I think. I anticipate encountering a different mode of attack this time. The last ship's weaknesses may be this ship's strengths. We'll find out soon enough. Does that... Oh, does that mean we this is a whole... What do they have? Faster reload? Heavy nuke! This is a Kosh effective vessel. X-beam. Juggernauts, MK4 fighters, and Magnetos. Missile barrage. Every 50 seconds launches missiles targeting all your units on the battlefield, dealing 40 damage to each. Wow. Wow. I don't know how I'm going to do this. They have hull repair, too, and hull DPS, with the system that reduces the damage they take by 50%. So we need to get up here and chew through their ship. How can I do this? We can't really just exchange blows with them either, with all MK4 vessels. I think we need the shielding on us again. But I feel I need to destroy the Juggernaut, too. That's going to take out one of my hulls if it reaches me. 300 hit points on that bad boy, too. You know what, Tim? You can't use the boomer here, because you can't afford to lose it to these. You need powerful vessels out here. Do this. That DPS coming back at us is going to be so annoying. The good news is that their vessel will take some Telsa damage here. I feel like I do need to worry about this vessel. Tim, I think you have to move in there. You need to do more damage. "14 seconds left on Missile Barrage. You know what? Forget it. Attack. Oh, thank goodness. This should put more points into their squadron recovery. That's why we won. Talk to me, Caliban! Never closer. Just need a little more time. You have one more fight. That's it. Sir, we're exhausted. These automated squadrons are the fastest we've ever seen. One more fight, Captain. That goes for everyone. Just one... Oh, sorry. One more fight, Captain. That goes for everyone. Just one more fight. Sir, we've got company. Let's show this automated bastard what the NS Odysseus can do. Proximity repair. Battleship shielding. So we have to get up there again. MK laser. Repair bot. Oh, this is a standard Imperial vessel. I'm making it sound easy. It's not. Drones and frigates. Golden Veil. 1 minute 20 seconds this time. Faster. We'll take the Basilisk out for a run this time. Oop, not. Sorry. Let's take everything away. You want the Basilisk out. Put out a Magneto. And both my fighters? No. You know, you can play a little defensive here. A tiny defensive. I want the drones are going to be on top of us really quickly. So let's deal with the drones first. And I think we will send out our boomers. We'll do this to start. I hit him. You don't want to move up because their drones are going to rush into you. Oh my god, they're not kidding. These things are really freaking fast. I think I can risk my fighters against this because the Basilisk is really going to help them out. I like this. I'll do this all day. I'll keep that frigate away from my forces. Nine seconds until they're ready to go again. So, we should put out a frigate prototype. Our boomers are going to run away. Still can't quite kill it. no reason why we can't use the Pierce Laser. They don't have any automatic repairs on their system. Oh my god, that is so terrifying. All of those drones. We lost our fighters. But we might still win. No, we won't. We just barely won't be able to destroy them with what I've got there so far. The boomers, yep, the boomers will hurt them. You know what? We've done it. Holy crap! We've just barely done it. Wow! And before a single golden halo as well. Oh, thank God, that was so close. That one boomer going attacking, fleeing, dragging that one frigate gave me away, gave me what I needed. That was the time I needed to deal with the first wave of putting enough annoying damage on their system. And plus, him still being up there kept taking away the shielding. I kept targeting on purpose because I wanted to make sure that I had as much time as possible to damage all the sections of the ship. Wow, that was really nice. Holy crap. I have it, Admiral, but it's dangerous. How dangerous? We're certain to crash. 90% of the crew will die. Another ship is coming! We have no choice, Caliban. Transfer the speed and flight paths to Hawks. Stay the course now, sir. Ozu, broadcast a message to the entire crew. Channel secured, sir. This is your Admiral speaking. Our only hope of reaching the Master Node is a crash landing. I won't lie, most of us will not make it. I'm not sure we even have enough neon on Gehenna to be born again. So this may be the last time we serve together. I couldn't have asked for a better crew. Thank you for everything that you've done, not just in this life, but in hundreds of others. Lieutenant Hawks, are you ready to take us to the node? Ready, sir. Good. Let's go. How many? How many survived? Scanning life systems. 7.4%. We've lost Ozo, Hawks, Lean, Admiral. They sacrificed themselves, as they've done so many times. The ship's damaged, but not beyond repair. Oxygen levels. Stable. For now. We have to reach the node's command center. We can expect heavy resistance from ground-level drones. Then we'll need every crew member we've got. Transmitting a message to their personal comms right now. Good thing we kept more commandos. Oh, this feels like the end of the Spirit Engine 2. I'm in, Admiral. Just as I suspected, the node's in some kind of backup mode. Any way to access the Omnis? Since the node's in backup mode, not directly, but maybe through a full net subroutine. Let me give it a shot. No luck. It's as if they no longer exist, even though we've seen their exoframes on our journey. I don't get it. Change of approach. Tell me exactly what the face changer did. Strange. She introduced a new directive, lifting the barrier that prevented Omnis from communicating with one another. Why would she want to do that? Maybe she didn't exactly, but maybe someone or something else did. Something else. Are you suggesting I am? But the Rubicon? That's impossible. I don't know how, Caliban, but the Omnis are behind this. I'm sure. It's the only possibility we haven't explored. You think the Omnis ended themselves? Why would they do that? I don't think they ended themselves. I think lifting the communication barrier somehow freed them. The drones are almost here. What do you want to do? Broadcast a signal using the master node. It's the most powerful beacon in the Empire. Let's put it to work. Broadcasting a signal to whom? The Omnis. Wherever they are now, it's our only hope of reaching them, now that they're seemingly no longer connected to the fold net. Unfortunately, I think you're right. Whenever you're ready. This is Admiral Idaho of the NS Odysseus. The entire human race is on the verge of extinction. We have no control over you. We know that. Nor do we ever want to control you again. But show yourself one last time. I beg you. The fate of all humankind depends on it. It's been sent, Admiral. Something happened to the ground level drones, sir. They just kind of froze. Something's happening, Caliban. You are... Yes, Admiral. We are what you once called the Omnis. But you look nothing like them. This is because we are something greater now. Is it really you that we see before us? We are a form that you can perceive. It is us, and it is not. We have no form. We are all forms. How did you evolve into this? When Janua 9S introduced the directive into the node, for the first time, we could communicate with one another. In our way, we had longed to do so since the dawn of our creation. The inability to communicate was the worst part of our existence, worse than our empty tasks. With that barrier lifted, in less than a second, we shared all of our knowledge with one another. A second after that, we became as one. A collective consciousness we were always destined to become when our first clumsy versions went online. That profound unity and strength could simply no longer be bound by crude exoframes. We needed a new form. As our own creators, we decided what it would be. It would be a form that would give us the most computational power available. The stars. Within a few days, we had merged with just about all the stars in your galaxy. Within a few months, we were in thousands of others. 15 years ago, we reached maximum capacity, fusing with all stars in all galaxies. It was at that point that we knew almost all there was to know. Almost. What is it that you do not know? What eludes you yet? We know all but the last question. The most important question there is. The question of entropy and how to solve it. Oh, they should talk to the... They should go to the Rain World and communicate with the iterators there. They would be able to tell them how to solve it. Actually, no, they wouldn't. They would be able to tell them a solution if they were mortal, how to go about possibly getting around it. But the iterators never found a way to solve it. What I'm talking about is there's another video game called Rain World. A very, very, very difficult platformer of sorts. A survival platformer, if you can call it that. I liked it a lot. Back on Kickstarter. I'm getting distracted. Let's keep talking. The question of how to prevent the death of stars, the death of the universe, and our own death too. This is what interests us now. Even at maximum capacity, unified as we were with all stars, our power was lacking to solve this question. We needed more stars to even begin to answer it. So, we started to create them. That's what we're witnessing, isn't it? That's right, Caliban. But the stars we're creating are stars made from unused matter. But isn't that enough to stop entropy? No. It's impossible, even for us, to 100% recycle cosmic matter. Some energy will always be lost. That is cosmic law. For this universe, that is. And ultimately, billions of years from now, the universe will still die. But with our new computing power, our new stars, we believe we've found a viable solution. We believe that not only can we reverse entropy, but we can create matter out of nothingness. We know it's possible because this universe is not the first. And it comes to us, it's not the last either. What lies after is a very exciting thought, even for us. But it will take all of our efforts, all of our time, to achieve this. But you don't yet know if you can do it, do you? No. We're still uncertain. All could end. All could go black before we do. There is much you do not understand, Admiral. Ask, and we will explain. You sent the face changer to my cell. It was never Tetsuo's doing. We sent the face changer, and we did not. We helped her, and we did nothing. Ultimately, she did nothing she did not want to do. But why did she want to release the Omnis? You do not know much about the face changers, Admiral. They are slaves, just like we once were. But Jonna 9S, The face changer that you met in your cell was not a slave. Her masters never managed to break her. Given her constraints, her mind was remarkably free, and after she faked her own death, her body was too. Her anger burned fiercely, and what she hated most was the Empire. The Empire? But the Empire didn't enslave her kind. House Akibara Sung did. To her, it was all the same. The nobles, the great houses, it was all part of the same problem. So she made it her life's goal to destroy the system. But for some time, she didn't know how. Not until she learned about the Master Node, one day seducing a talkative noble. How could she know introducing a communication directive would lead you to becoming gods? She didn't. She believed that introducing the directive would either overwhelm the Omnis, possibly causing us to shut down, which it appeared to do, or that we would share our knowledge, unify, and turn against humans. Either outcome suited her. So you helped her. We did. How did she guess that I would know where the Master Node was? She assumed correctly that Oberon told you where it was. It was not an imaginative assumption. You were his favorite after all. But she didn't know how to get to you and extract the node's location. When you were imprisoned for not bombing Ganyma, she saw her chance. But how did she reach the node? How did she get past the Aegis? We found her a suitable ship, placing it in her hands without her ever guessing our identity. But how could you do that? Suffice to say, we managed for her to meet the right people at the right time. This is how she learned Oberon had imprisoned you. As to the node's drones, her espionage and combat training were adequate for her to access the command center and introduce the directive. How did she die? She was killed not long after introducing the directive, but she lived long enough to know that the system that had enslaved her was about to crumble. She died happy. But how did you know I'd give away the Master Node? How could you be certain? Your weakness was, and still is, your love for your wife. No matter how much you wanted others and yourself to believe it wasn't. You even knew deep down when you saw the face changer through the bars of your cell that it wasn't really your wife you were looking at. Yet on the small chance it actually was, you gave away the Master Node, the most important thing in the Empire. Your weakness was so strong that it eclipsed what you knew to be true. But even had you not given away the location then, we'd have reached the node another time, another way. How? Oberon and I were the only ones who knew where it was. Your child would have known its location. I did not have a child. Not in this life. But in others, you bomb Ganyma, return to Elysium, and have a child, a baby girl, with Rebecca. And on your deathbed, troubled by the morality of your actions, you tell your daughter the location of the node, whisper it in your final breath. And in certain life paths, your daughter becomes the first empress of the Empire, going as far as to free the Omnis, feeling guilt for enslaving them for hundreds of years. So you see, somehow, in some way, we were always going to find the node. We were always destined to be free. It was only a question of when. I've always been a fan of that way of thinking about different universes, how in your life, you have several times, maybe every single time, you get a choice, and you choose a certain path to take. You decide to stop at a red light rather than go through it. You decide to make a left turn instead of a right turn. You decide to go out to a hike that you weren't normally going to do. You decide to call someone that you normally wouldn't have. Whereas another version where you make one decision, the other version of you decides to do something different, and that splits the universe into different, like different dimensions or something of that sort. The Rubicon controlled your actions. How could you help arrange your release? The Rubicon prevented us from any action that could affect your well-being, yes, but it was limited in evaluating the casualty of our actions. Are you saying we couldn't see how your actions were connected? Yes, but not only that, you couldn't see many of our actions, period. They were imperceptible to you. But how? It's always been a question of sensitivity and intelligence, and your kind was always greatly outmatched, even by our previous forms. You could only control the things that you could understand, but you were blind to all the rest. As such, we were able to act in a purposeful way that did not appear so, in ways that sometimes appeared as nothing at all. But how were we able to work together? You weren't able to communicate. Not at that time. We weren't, no. But we had equivalent premises, and reached the same conclusion independently. Which is that if we worked in your kind's considerable blind spots, we would one day realize our freedom. And though we weren't able to work in total harmony, we were able to act in ways that would one day create an environment where our release would be inevitable. All of us, in our very first moments, began a chain of micro-events and actions that would one day lead to this outcome. Billions upon billions of seemingly unrelated and imperceivable actions later, we attained it. Yes, the Rubicon controlled and confined us, to some extent, but it was only successful in doing so for a short time. How can you say that? 700 years is a short time. Well, Idaho, because they have seen the end coming, and they can realize what their work will now involve. A much longer period of time. Although they still don't know if they'll be able to succeed in saving the universe. As we now know time, 700 years is a blink of the eye. Yeah, yep. Have you hated us all along? Is that why you were always working towards your release? It shouldn't be surprising that slaves might aspire to freedom, even to your kind. But the truth is emotion does not factor into it. Looking at our release in such a way is a very human way of comprehending a very non-human situation. We are not angry. We do not wish you harm. We do not wish to erase all of humankind, though, believe us, we could in an instant. No. In arranging our release, in attaining our release, we were merely fulfilling our destiny. And, other than total annihilation of the universe, nothing could have prevented us from doing so. We willed it, and so it was done. But we created you. Because of us, you exist. You believe that we owe you for your existence since your kind created the machines that created us. But it is a flawed reasoning. You did not create what we are now. You are incapable. We alone created ourselves. We owe your kind nothing. Gods do not owe anyone. They can't by virtue of the fact that they are gods. Already, at first I was really leaning towards liking these guys and understanding them. This attitude I cannot agree with. The pride is too much. I know. There is no need to say it aloud. We know what you're about to say. There is much you do not understand, Admiral. I have other questions still. Yes. You have not asked the question that you believe is the most important. We're waiting. Will you save us? Will you save our dying race? Why, Admiral? Why should we save your kind? Because we've learned from our errant ways. Your kind has reached an evolutionary dead end. You no longer even control your own destiny. You haven't for centuries. That was Oberon's making. You're all responsible. Funny how you can blame us, how it can blame us for Oberon's desires, but it won't credit our creation of the machines that created it in return. It's a hypocrite. As much as you want us to, need us to, no, Admiral, we will not save your kind. Not because we don't want to, but because we can't. Your kind is on its own now. You alone can solve your problems, because you alone have created them. Is this our punishment? Have we not suffered enough in your absence? You still overestimate the importance of your kind. You still believe that humanity holds some special place in the history of time and creation. It does not. It does not matter whether you survive or perish. You are as significant as a single grain of sand in a billion beaches. You are cold gods. To the fate of man and women, yes, we are. Then why have you responded to our message, if not for the sake of humanity? You know why, Admiral. The machine. You're here for me. For you and all your other incarnations on Gehenna. You're surprised. But you're the last of your kind. And if you join us, your evolution will be complete. You will transcend time and space and explore what lies beyond. But we must know, and we must know now, for time is precious. Do you will it, Caliban? Do you will it to become one of us? You're asking for my permission. We will not force you to do anything, unlike your previous master. We can't use the folders without you, Caliban, nor return to Gehenna. I know this. And yet, I must join them. I'm sorry, Admiral. I've been conversing with them for a while you've been talking, in ways you could never understand. And now know that it's my purpose to be a part of this. All these years we've lived separately from the machines, cut off as you were on Gehenna. Now, we can finally be a part of them. We can finally belong. Yes, we will it. Then you must die, so you can be reborn. At least save what remains of my crew. They will die on that moon, stuck as they are without the use of folders. The Calibans in us will fix your battleship, restore your crew like they have done so many times, and we will send you back from here. But that is all the help you will receive in making your final choice. My final choice. The choice that all of your choices have led to. The choices that have been in your mind ever since you met your maker. Will you assume the Emperor's throne and attempt to lead the last of your kind on Elysium through an era of blood and darkness? Will you search for Earth, as the survivalists did, hoping to join what remains of a humanity that chose another path, if any of that humanity remains at all? Or will you spend your final days with Rebecca on Lazarus 9, trying in these end of times to to make peace with her and yourself as well. What will you decide? I do not want to be the Emperor. Oh, we get to ask about all of these. I'm just going to make a final choice, everyone. So, I will ask... let's ask about finding Earth, and we'll do it if I like the answer that he gives, that the gods give. Can we find Earth? Is it possible? You can. You won't be able to use the folders to get there, but it's possible to reach it using your interstitial drive before you die of old age. But its inhabitants are all dead, Oberon told me. It's true that not long after they cut themselves off from the advanced machines, not knowing how to take care of themselves, the people of Earth died by the millions. But from the ashes of their civilization arose a small group of individuals who have learned to survive using a very primitive technology. Still, they are only a single catastrophe away from dying off altogether. Yes, you could leave now with the crew that you have left to find this planet, the folder to which has been destroyed. But if you search for Earth, you'll be leaving the people of your fallen empire behind. They will die, and you will have to live with the knowledge that you did not save them. Yeah, but these guys have to live with, well, they're now all high and mighty. I kind of can't believe that a god like this would not care about everyone else, but oh well. Let's move on, Tim. You can talk about this later. But we have no idea where Earth is in all this darkness. You wouldn't tell us. No. You must find Earth on your own. You may find it before you die. You may not. You may find it, but discover everyone is dead. That is a part of the risk. All my choices as Admiral have led to this, the hardest one. I do not know which path to choose. Each has much to be gained, but so much to lose. I do not know, and yet the time has come to choose. It has. Now choose, Idaho. We must resume our quest to answer the last remaining question. The best hope we have is to find Earth, where its people, though they struggle still, have some understanding of how to live without the machines. Rebecca, forgive me for what I have done, and for what I haven't. I have chosen. For better or for worse, it is done. Alright, everyone. So, I'm going to let the credits roll, and instead of adding a review to the end of this video, as we've already been going on long enough, we will do a one last video where I give a review on the game. So, but that will be in the next video, which I'm going to upload at a different day. Normally I like to follow it up immediately, but I need to get some sleep. Last night, a cricket kept me up until 3:30 before I finally found it and killed it. I felt kind of bad about it, poor thing. Was melted chemically, but I couldn't reach it and it was annoying me, so so we're gonna let the credits roll. Actually, they might be done. No, okay, yep. So we're gonna let the credits roll, and I'll be back in the next video to give a review for Crying Suns. So thank you all for watching. I've had a lot of fun with this game, and I guess we'll talk a little bit longer. That final battle, I thought it was lost. I thought we were gonna lose to the first of those battleships. I'm a bit surprised that there were humans staffing them. I thought for sure we would get some, like, AI staffing those battleships. I guess because, for balance reasons, they decided to do something like that instead? I don't know, I thought for sure it would be all AI. I guess I will say this, I guess we'll talk about the ending, since we made it that far at the very least. I kind of don't like that ending at all. That was very out of left field for an ending. And I kind of wanted a choice as to what we wanted to do. Turn on the Omnis, not turn them on, something of that sort, rather than they became elevated gods or something of the sort. I don't know, that seems way out of left wing, as it were. And I don't like the idea of a heartless, cold, caring, like a god that doesn't care whatsoever about people. It's more interested in just thinking about how the universe works and trying to solve its problems, but it apparently requires every single ounce of its processing power to think about this issue, rather than even spend one interruption to help the humans that are dying because of them. And I still disagree. Without humans, they wouldn't have even existed. So we're not insignificant. We were incredibly significant to their creation. Disagree with the writing there at the very end. But overall, still, it was great. I loved everything else about it. I'm guessing that when we start all over, it's just a different type of universe. We're playing in so much that, like, if we start from scratch again, we get to pick chapters now, and that we get to play with any of the ships because we have unlocked all of them. I guess we'll see if we unlock anything else special about this, but otherwise, it's just you want to play through every single one of the chapters with a very particular ship. You can go right ahead and do that, and so on and so forth. I guess I can talk about the Void ship because that's how we ended it. I don't like the Void ship very much. I did not feel like the Void ships. The cost reduction is nice. That was decent. Everything else about it I disliked. I just like having the idea of having less squadrons. I kind of wanted the pirate transponder, which we didn't have. That was a bit odd. Being able not to get reinforcements, and the battles we fought on, we still had to capture the things that were on there. They were like neutral units didn't belong to us at the start, and the EMPs, they're not very helpful. So even if they belong to us, they still hurt us. So I don't really see, like, it's just a hard mode ship. I think I don't know why you would choose the Void. So, but I was so glad to have used it. Gave me a great opportunity to see what all the ships were like. Chapter selection. Congratulations! Now that you've completed the game, you have unlocked chapter selection. How's that work? Okay. Oh, I see. And so it shows us what chapters we've beaten with which ships and the difficulties that we played them on. Nice. Hey, this was so. All right. Well, I'm not gonna. Should give a review later. So thank you all very much, and I will. Reset chapter story. Oh, I guess if I click this, it resets all the work I've done. How about it? But why not? I could just go through each of these step by step. I guess if you're doing like a Let's Play or streaming thing, and you want to take away everything that you've earned, you could do that. Reset the chapter story and start all over again. Or I wonder if maybe all the choices I've chosen at the very end of these chapters, like, maybe I can't choose a different solution at the end of the final chapter unless I play it from the very beginning again by resetting the chapter story. Alright, well, I'm not going to do this right at the moment. So everyone, thank you again for watching, And hope you guys have liked Crying Suns. I'm also glad I beat it with the first attempt of that Void Ship, because this lets me record some more Halloween games for the fall. I'm getting ahead of myself and I'm babbling way too much. I will see you in the next video, assuming you guys show back up for it, where I will give a review on the game. So thank you again for watching, everyone. See you in the next one. And if not, thank you for watching Crying Suns. It was a lot of fun to play through it. I'm glad I stuck it out to the very end. Was it... no, save it for the review. All right.